a new all-female Ghostbusters film currently in production and set for release in 2016, many reports and stories have been circulating about possible Ghostbusters spin-off films in a shared cinematic universe, most of which have revolved around Channing Tatum and Chris Pratt. However, we can put all those stories to rest. Legendary Ghostbusters producer Ivan Reitman recently issued the following statement. There has been a lot of excitement recently about what is happening with the Ghostbusters franchise. As the producer of the new Ghostbusters film, I feel the need to clarify. There is only one new Ghostbusters movie, and that is the Paul Feig directed version coming next July. Presently filming and going fantastically. The rest, it's just noise. John, can we now confidently put the talk of other Ghostbusters films to rest?
I want to talk about Ivan Reitman's use of the word fantastically. That was wonderful. I like that he's. As a matter of fact, I kind of wish they had done this earlier. I mean, look, there's been a lot of buzz going around about all this stuff, and you know what? This isn't one of those situations where it's like, everybody thinks Batman versus Superman is being split into two because of some anonymous person put up a screen cap of a thing. This isn't like that. There actually has been, I think it was Drew Pearce.
Yeah.
Was actually saying
Dan Aykroyd too.
Yeah, well, Aykroyd's been talking for 10 years. Right. But I mean, so this isn't like one of those baseless things. So people have been wondering about it. But the fact of the matter is, Chris Pratt a few weeks ago said, look, dudes, because people were asking him about that, he goes, I've never even heard of this. He said, actually, I've gotten together with Channing Tatum a couple times, and I've still never heard of this. Channing Tatum's producing partner about a week ago said, dude, there is nothing to this. There were some talks like 5 months ago or 6 months ago, but that never turned into anything. None of this is going on. So now with Ivan Reitman coming out and making this statement, I'm hoping that lays it to rest, and I believe him. I do. So I like that he did it. My only wish is that I kind of wish he had said something a little bit sooner. Christian, what do you think?
I don't think it lays it to rest, unfortunately. I think that as far as Tatum and Pratt go, who knows that they were ever talking about it? But I do think that this shared universe thing is at least a plan. It is Sony, and they are trying to get a shared universe going. Still, I think they are. I think what happened. This is pure speculation on my part, but I think that is Paul Feig going, "Hey guys, can we focus on my movie, and can we focus on the fact that we are doing an all-female Ghostbusters thing, and by talking about this other male Ghostbusters, you're kind of downplaying what we're doing here. So if you're going to do it, please do it later. Let's see how we do it this one." And I think that maybe he went and talked to Reitman about it, because if anybody has some clout right now, it's Paul Feig. He's one of the most talented comedy directors out there right now. I think they should have laid back on it, because let's see what happens with this female Ghostbusters first. And then I still think that if this movie does well, you're going to see a shared universe. I don't want to see one, but I think you'll see it.
Shep?
I thought for this whole shared universe thing started it with all those Sony email hacks, and they were talking about like a Men in Black Ghostbusters spinoff, or was it like a 22 Jump Street Men in Black spin, like something really weird.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But once again, that's going back 6 months, a year.
But Drew Pearce was like popping stuff off on Twitter, just talking about, but he was even saying, look, I didn't even write a script. I wrote an outline. And the way I want it is to be in one universe, not like these multi-universes. That's Dan Aykroyd talking about, we've got an entire fabric of like 48 universes. So I mean, who knows what it's really going to be. But I agree with what Reitman's saying, is like, let's just focus on this one. And that's what he's doing. Yeah. I think you're all right. He's just saying, hey, look, whatever is actually going to happen doesn't matter. This is what we're doing right now. So,
and a lot of this stems from the Dan Aykroyd stuff. And Dan Aykroyd, good Canadian kid, right on, Dan. But he has been talking Ghostbusters for so long. And I remember it was about maybe a year and a half ago, he was talking, we got plans for spin-off TV shows and for new comic books and for 5 different movie franchises and blah, blah, blah. We got big plans, Sunday. I mean, and it's kind of, I tuned out Dan Aykroyd at least for Ghostbusters, really. So I just tuned him out about a year or two ago because he talked about it for so long. I think you raised an interesting point about Paul Feig. Maybe he came and said something. I wonder about that, because his movie's still a year away. So what's the point of...
It's just the fact that it's an all-female. It's the first time, and initially when you hear, some people didn't jump on board with the all-female Ghostbusters too, and now every time we get pictures about it, it's like they need to get people to go, look at the cast that we have. Look at this. And if we have that cast and pictures of all the girls, and then... But don't worry, guys. We also have a male one coming out, too. It kind of diminishes a little bit what they're doing over there. So if that is indeed the case, but I don't know.
No, that's a good point.